What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Fair Shake Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Felipe Savage, and with me, as always, my incredible lineup of co hosts. But without further ado, Fats, take it away.
What it do, everyone? It's your boy Fats, aka the Beast. You know I'm in the building. I'm gonna pass it to Le Champion.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Chris, aka Killer Ghost. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. And I'm gonna pass it to my boy Key.
Guys, your boy, Keith, aka Kev. Happy to see everybody back. Passing it to my man's bro.
Good evening, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Whatever time you're listening to this, this week's episode is going to be a great episode. Um, I want to mention a few things later on, but finna get mango no huevos. Now on to the show. So, real quick, I want to talk about yesterday's news today. When you guys hear this, what's going to happen is every week I'm going to give you guys some news that's going on that's newsworthy, things that you guys should know or may not know, or just give you guys a refresher course. So, for on the game front, E3 might be canceled only because a lot of people are dropping out. A lot of businesses and game companies, they feel like you could do a lot of the stuff yourself through like a YouTube show or something of that sort. Sony has rumored to have two versions of the PS5, just like the Xbox.
Ooh.
Dick
Um,
suckers.
which
Hey,
is
watch your mouth.
which is something out of pocket because they're typically not known to do something like that right off the
This is
rip.
news to me.
Um, this June, if you guys are looking out for it, Ghost of Tsushima is to release in June, so that's another game to look out for as PS4 exclusive. Me personally, I'd probably wait for the definitive edition, which always comes out. Uh, The Last of Us is the show is supposed to air on HBO soon, so we
Yeah.
probably might be talking who
Oh,
might be acting as Joe and Ellie. And to close it up, the coronavirus has been going all over the place, around the world, and it's starting to affect not only traffic, air traffic, travel, hospitals, schools, subways, whatever it is. It's also starting to affect the esports scene. So you guys may know that a lot of teams travel to these big events, and a lot of events and concerts are being canceled. So that's something to look out. Just on a like a friendly reminder, um, always just wash your hands before you eat. Always wash your hands before you do anything. Stay away from touching your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. Um, if you really care about your neighbor, and I don't mean that like your neighbor, I mean it metaphorically. Just look out for one another. We're in some crazy times, and now on to the show for real. Kulo, I
don't
pass it to
cut.
you.
Don't cough with
Um,
your mouth open.
that honestly, that is yesterday's news today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Pro, for that amazing segment. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, everybody stay safe out there. But without further ado, let's get right into the regular scheduled program. Boys, this week was crazy because I had me the most insane dream that I've ever had in my life. That I really woke up thinking, man, I almost had that. Right? So just to get into it,
Ask you a question real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
Did it hit you like an epiphany?
Nah, not an epiphany. I mean, but no, it was an epiphany. But listen, okay, so I go to sleep. I started going to sleep a little bit earlier than I usually did, so I was like, okay, you know what, about to get me some good sleep. I fall asleep and instantly went into a dream. So you already knew it was gonna be good, And then if I stay in a dream long enough, I can control that dream. I know.
Okay, this guy's in Inception now.
No, 100%, 100%. If you cannot control your dream at some point in your life, you're just not doing it right. You're not sleeping the right way. So,
The fuck?
I mean, you're a sleep master though, so
exactly.
Like,
They call me Sensei Sleeps.
You probably sleeping right now.
Narcoleptic.
We're probably in Inception right now.
Listen,
We're like two
I'm
levels
probably
down.
still dreaming that dream right now.
He's in limbo.
He brought us into it.
So, okay, so in my dream, I started to control the dream, and in that moment, I'm like, man, I want to give myself any power instantly, right? So I start flying, a 400-pound guy just flying through the air like nonstop. I'm like, okay, you know what? This is amazing. You know what? Yo, let me make myself a quick millionaire. So then I go to my exact apartment. Like, I don't know, I just teleported to my house, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make myself a millionaire. So I'm gonna put $1,000,000 in my cupboard under my sink. And I put it there and I'm stacking it. In my dream, I'm stacking this. Oh, I'm about to wake up and I'm gonna have all this money. So I instantly I feel like, 30 seconds and my dream passed away, and I wake up and I go, oh yeah, I'm rich. I did it. I finally mastered how to control the dream. So I go to my bathroom, I open the thing, I'm like, this ain't nothing but toilet paper in there. I'm like, God damn, they got
So
me.
just out of curiosity, because you're talking about taking money and parking it in your dream, right?
Mhm.
If you were to manifest that thought of having money in your cupboard, like you said,
Mhm.
couldn't you like just manifest it to where you could actually do something for that money to be down there?
What?
The side.
What? Dude, listen, I was in a dream and instantly I just went, you know what? Let me make myself a millionaire. I'll put the money into the cupboard. But I wake up and I go and it ain't there. I ain't manifest nothing.
But this is what I'm saying though. I'm saying in
What the
real
hell are you
life,
talking about?
people like if you manifest,
Okay,
oh, I
so
want to be a movie star, or
Like
listen.
oh, I
putting
want to
it
be this.
out there, like putting it into the
Exactly.
universe.
Okay, so you're trying to tell me, like, can I manifest it right now while I'm awake?
Clearly not right now because you have to put work and effort into it. All I'm just saying is that if you were to manifest an idea, that you put it out there, like they say, some people feel like the universe is listening and it works in mysterious ways. What if tomorrow you decide to get a scratchy? You go downstairs, get a $2 scratchy, you scratch, scratch,
Oh,
scratch, 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 and then boom, you're a
this guy
millionaire.
is
I'm just
fucking
Isn't that
saying.
Chris
isn't that
Angel.
nah? Isn't that like
He just blew
you
my
never
mind.
heard? You never heard when your mom be like, I dreamed of these numbers. Go play them, shit like that.
Yo,
That's what I'm thinking that you're
oh
doing.
Well, I'm
yeah.
glad my
Now
mom
I'm
wasn't
finna
like
go
that.
play a
I'm
scratch
glad my
off
mom
right
wasn't
now.
like that.
Like
If I
yo,
go play a scratch off and I
that's what I'm
become a
saying.
millionaire,
If you won
woo!
$1,000,000, I would have been like, yo, let me play the Powerball today. Let me see what's up. That's how I feel.
Oh
well,
man, but
well,
but
I mean,
imagine now. But again,
I mean, you're dreaming about $1,000,000. I mean,
it's pos.
it's possible. I
Remember
mean,
when the power? What was it
what are
last
we
year?
doing here?
Let me
That it
get some
was a
hashtag
It
bill.
was
is
a
possible.
billion.
Hashtag it's possible.
Yeah, but
Chat.
then you think about it, a million isn't bad. I feel like, I mean, a million is not a lot.
Yeah,
I
it's
What?
feel
not a
like
lot. It's
a
not a
Not,
million
lot.
is not
not,
a lot.
not,
It's
not
not. It's
Hold
anymore.
not.
up.
A
Not
How
million
anymore.
is
much?
not a lot.
Not anymore.
How much is a lot to y'all? Because $1,000,000 is a lot. Cold
No.
hard cash.
Look,
It
A,
is a
hun-
listen.
lot.
a
First off,
hundred
I,
mil
I,
is a
I,
lot.
I can spend
Yeah.
$1,000,000
So y'all
in a
telling me?
week.
Y'all
first
I
telling
could
off,
spend I could
y'all
spend 100
telling
mil in
me
a
right
week, bro.
now
I'll go
that a
fucking buy a
million
building or some
dollars is
shit.
not a lot to y'all. Are y'all insane?
first off, it's not a lot. Anybody could tell you. If I could
What?
Yeah.
if I could say realistically, after taxes, after everything, I could possibly live for the rest of my life off $5 million spent well.
So
You know,
you
in the
can't
sense
live
smart,
the rest
but
of
you
your life
can't.
off $1,000,000?
No, you
You're
can't.
No,
insane.
No, you
You're
can't.
No,
insane.
no.
You're
I don't think
insane.
so.
Yes, you
How
absolutely
about
not.
can.
impulsive buying? There's people that
If
impulse buy.
No
Like,
impulse buying. You just
yep.
simply budget
No.
yourself. You budget yourself
Listen.
correctly. You living the rest of your life with $1,000,000,
n-
100%.
Are you still
Absolutely
working or you're
not.
not working anymore?
Of course, you still work with $1,000,000.
Okay, so then maybe.
You're not $10,000,000. Not
But you
10,000,000.
just said you don't
I'm
if you
not
have a
working with a
million
million.
dollars. Hold up.
I'm
If you have
investing.
$1 million,
Mm-hmm.
right? You like let's just say this, right? Your dream happens, blah blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah blah, whatever happens
Right.
in your dream, you have $1 million,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your $1 million goes to what?
To the rest of my life. What you think I'm gonna go buy a Ferrari with that million? I'm not that
You're
type of
gonna
guy.
upgrade your apartment.
Of course, upgrade my apartment, but I'm not wasting $1,000,000 on my apartment.
Are you gonna
No.
ever cook
Right?
for yourself, or you gonna order out every day?
Of course, I cook for myself right now. What? That
You gotta
makes
But
buy
no
your
sense.
You don't have a million
hold
right
up,
now.
I'm gonna tell you right
Money
now.
changes
If
things.
The
I'm
same.
if I'm
Yeah.
rich,
Oh,
if
now
I'm rich,
money's the root of
somebody's
all
putting
evil.
fucking mayonnaise on
That's
my
what we
hot dog.
saying, B.
Okay,
We say
Oh,
I'm
money's the root
paying
of all
somebody to
evil.
put mayonnaise on my hot dog. There's no
Damn.
fucking way.
That's
There is no way I'm
disgusting.
gonna be sitting up here, right, with all this money and not having
Wait, but
butlers.
you just said $1 million
But
isn't a lot. So,
It's
yeah,
not a lot,
because
but
think
there's
but you
about
just said with all
inflation,
this
bro.
money, like, so that's to me, $1 million is a lot, 100%. If you think $1 million is not a lot, you're bugging.
It's
Nah,
not.
it's
all right,
really
It's
not,
not.
dog.
listeners. I would
Not
like
at
you
all.
guys to comment down below on YouTube and ask and literally ask yourself, is $1 million a lot? And if you could truly feel that you feel like it's a lot, please comment and side with Leaps. If not, side with the rest of the four of us that have actual brains in our heads.
Listen, these guys are all thinking $1 million isn't a lot because they're all buying Ferraris and Lamborghinis
But
out the
nobody,
gate.
First of all,
Keith is buying
Hundred
first
percent.
of
a
all,
building, all right? A
Uh,
building.
Facts, a building.
I
pro.
would take my money, honestly, and I would open with $1 million. I would do one of two things: open up laundromats because everybody gotta wash
Yeah.
fucking clothes, or open up fucking a
But
daycare chain
you're
where
investing.
everybody
I'm
You're
buying
investing
land.
that
do
$1 million.
what?
Of course, I would
I know.
invest my $1 million.
I already know. All right, if pros buying laundromats and daycares, I'm buying
I'm buying land.
hella illegal drugs and
Wow.
cleaning the
He's gonna
money
turn
through
1 million
his
to
fucking
2.
businesses.
This guy either is fucking
Because
Narcos or Walter White.
El, El
he's
Ghost.
definitely Walter White.
my man has fucking money laundering businesses. Those are like the top two.
I'm
Better call
buying
Saul.
property, bro, and I'm investing my money. That's the first thing I'm doing.
So, just what happens in the rest of this dream, Mister Millionaire?
No. So I didn't become a millionaire because I woke up from that dream and the money was never covered. So yeah,
Damn.
It was just a dream.
I'm still your average American right now. But with that being said, guys, I really want to know what is the craziest dream or nightmare you guys ever had. So I really, because I know this guy that I'm about to say to step up to the plate right now and give us a dream. I know he's creative. So Fats, take it away. What's the craziest dream you've ever had?
I can't tell you the craziest dream. I can tell you the most crazy.
Whoa, the craziest.
Well, nothing like that, but that's like, I dream almost every day, so it's like you lose out on memory.
Yeah, that's so true.
I could tell you a most recent crazy dream, and it actually, like it takes control, and it happened in real life. Let me just get into it. So
Whoa.
you guys know that I got my new apartment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting married soon. So I have this dream that I moved out to a jungle with my fiance, right?
Right.
And we're in the jungle, and we're trying to build a house in the jungle with her parents or whatever. And in the dream, it was hard to build because so many trees or whatever. So in the dream, I'm over here knocking down trees and boulders with my bare hands.
Okay.
So I build like a bridge to
A
have us
whole
go
bridge?
to go up
Yo,
a
is
hill.
like the way you could control your dreams, let him control his. Jesus,
With
back
his
off of him.
bare hands. Y'all not excited about this?
Bro, you was flying, bro. You was flying.
400-pound guy.
So from the
Pick
bridge,
the
it goes onto a hill. So I go up the hill with my fiance, and on top of the hill is a flat piece of land next to a waterfall, real beautiful, whatever. So I tell her, all right, this is the spot. This is the spot where we're gonna settle. All of a sudden, this big ass red fucking spider comes out of nowhere and tries to attack her. So I'm over here, I'm trying to fight the spider off, and it so happens that as soon as I'm trying to fight the spider off, I wake up and I punch my fiance in the back.
Oh man, Jesus Christ!
Yo.
So that's what I mean by from going from the dream to real life.
Right.
So it's like, so that's the craziest dream I've had
Yo, that's
recently.
insane.
What did your wife do?
She's like, what the hell are you doing? You beat me up in your sleep.
Yo, Pro, how about you, Mister $1,000,000 ain't enough for me?
It isn't enough. So I have two dreams that fucked me up. One is, well, both of them are nightmares. So one of them was when I was younger. Me and my wife, we lived together in her grandmother's house, and I remember in the dream that I was having, in the nightmare I was having, I was laying on the bed, and she was coming at me with a knife to kill me in my sleep. And for some reason in your dreams you can't like fight people off, nothing, like you move
Yeah.
either extra slow or
OD. Not
like you
not
try to run or
powerful at all.
something. You just like basically I couldn't control my dreams like Mr. The architect over here. But I start like screaming at the top of my lungs in my dream. I'm like, help me, help me, help me. And my fucking wife now, at the time, she was my girlfriend. She takes it, she's like, gets up and she's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, your grandmother tried to stab me. And then she looked at me like, you fucking idiot.
Wow.
Another time, for those people that don't know, I have a huge phobia. Like my main phobia is of aliens and UFOs. I anything alien ass shit, I try to stay away from.
So
Um,
you've seen the fourth kind?
yes, I seen it and I've never been the same.
I'm never
And
gonna watch that movie ever in my life again, bro.
don't I recommend for no one to watch that movie, okay? Because it will
Oh.
fuck you up.
I never will.
So I remember in my dream, right? I was laying down on a sofa, watching TV, and I don't know if it was my sister-in-law, my sister, or my wife that walks up to me and tells me, "Oh, go look out the window." Right? There's something happening, and when I look out the window, I don't see it immediately, but when I look up, I start seeing fucking lights and shit coming down like towards the building, right? And I'm looking at through the window, and not immediately in my dream, I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like that, and I wake myself up out of the nightmare.
Right.
So those two were probably the fucking worst things, like of in terms of nightmares, because of the fact that one has to do with me getting killed and I can't do nothing about it, right? And then the second one is of my actual phobia of aliens. I'm fucking scared of UFOs. If I see something in the night that doesn't look like a regular plane, or like some people be like, "Oh, it's a satellite," I start freaking out and shit. It's just something that's always been there. Like I fucking aliens, I fucking hate the thought of them, because we get
Take
these
me to
things
your
where
leader.
asshole, we get these things where it's like you never know if they have like good intentions or bad intentions. You understand? Which is crazy because I love Star Wars and Star Wars has to do with aliens. You understand? But it's not like aliens will fuck me up. It's like,
You know what
for
it is,
example,
bro? You've seen the fourth kind and it ruined your life.
Nah, he's
bro,
been
this was before
probed.
that. This was before that. Listen, um, you guys remember Signs?
With Mel Gibson.
Oh my
Yes.
god,
Oh my,
Right?
bro.
yeah,
When
that
I
shit
seen
fucked me up.
the fucking aliens come out through the grass and shit, or the one they cram
Oh
through the
my
picture,
god,
yo, my arms right now, I'm like Spider-Man. My hairs are like shivering because that's just how it is for me.
that shit happened to
Um,
me too.
but on a more lighter note, I do understand, like, you saying you taking money and you putting it away and storing it or whatnot. For me was, I remember I had a dream where I found a Game Boy. So what I did was I put it
Mm.
on top of my drawer, because like in your dreams, your house is never your house, but it's your house. And it's
Yep.
Yeah,
like your dreams is
Yep.
like a fucking labyrinth and shit.
yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
understand? And you're like, when the fuck did I put this here? And it's like, well, it's your dream. But anyways, I dreamt that I had a Game Boy, and I go and I take the Game Boy and I grab it and I put it there. When I wake up in the morning, I'm fucking hype as shit. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna go play my Game Boy. And lo and behold, when I get there, I'm like, huh, I'm just a broke ass kid wishing I had a Game Boy. Where's Keith when you need to fly a fucking airplane and find one on the seat?
Wow.
Yeah.
I've only done that like 3 times. Calm down.
But yeah, that's my whole thing
How
there.
about you, Kev? How about you, brother?
Bro, y'all not even gonna believe me, but I go to sleep and I wake up. I don't have no dreams.
What?
I
You're a
don't have no
psychopath.
dreams,
You're
bro.
Yeah, he
insane.
dreams in black.
Some might say
I heard,
I am a
All my dreams
psychopath.
are dark.
nah, I heard if you eat yellow bag lays, you don't have dreams.
Yo. Why y'all always cutting my ass
He's
every
a
one,
plain Jane.
bro?
You need leaps and fast to join you in your
Nah,
dreams so they
bro.
can build stuff for you.
Bro, Leap said
we gonna
something
be
the
in
other
there.
day,
It's
bro.
only gonna be dark walls. What did I say?
I don't remember, but I was like, I never want to hear you say me eating yellow bag lays
Oh,
again.
Oh, vanilla ice
Oh, the
cream.
vanilla ice cream, bro. I
The
never want to
milkshake.
hear nothing. I never want to hear
Vanilla ice
nothing,
cream
bro.
is a classic.
I don't care,
You
bro.
can never go
Exactly.
wrong.
All right,
No
guys.
The
matter
Look,
yellow
what.
bag of Lay's
for
is the
those
classic.
for those don't know, Kev loves plain Lay's chips. Those those 50-cent chips.
Those are his favorite.
Those are
Tell him
his
in
favorite
They're
chips,
my
Discord.
man.
favorite chips, bro.
Tell
They
him
go
in
with
Discord.
Leafs likes
everything, bro.
just vanilla ice cream, plain as is. I want to know in the comments
Vanilla.
below, guys, which one you think is worse, Lay's chips
Which makes you
or
more of a
vanilla?
psychopath?
That's that's nuts.
Dude,
But anyways,
he pays 50 cents for 50% of
no,
air.
no. It wasn't
Just
even
saying.
vanilla. It wasn't even vanilla ice cream.
It's a milkshake.
It was a milkshake. He said
Yeah.
That is
regular
worse.
vanilla
What?
milkshake, bro.
Ice cream I could deal with.
Vanilla milkshake?
Vanilla milkshake.
Yo,
I never want to
listen.
hear no discussion about my
Vanilla
yellow bag Lay's shit
milkshakes
ever again.
hit so well on every occasion, bro. You going
I
to
hear this yellow bag
you
Lay's
going
stuff
to church?
every
Here's
other
the
week.
vanilla milkshake. You
I
going to
have-
play softball?
That's
Here's
that's
a vanilla
that's my
milkshake.
nightmare, bro. That's my real nightmare. That I hear this
Listen.
yellow bag Lay's shit every other week, bro. Leave me alone,
I have a
bro.
couple nightmares and a dream.
Go ahead. Give it to us,
Recent,
brother.
well, one of the nightmares I think Kev could relate because we talk about it a couple times. I had a time I was sleeping and I seen like it looked like I was sleeping in my dream too, like I was laying down
Mhm.
and I saw something like crawling towards me in the corner of my bed, like a demon or some shit. And I
What
woke up
the-
and I had like sleep paralysis. I don't know if you guys ever had that
Oh, I
shit.
fucking
Yeah, I've
hate
had
that
it
you
one
shit.
time. It
couldn't-
wasn't that bad.
Nah, mine was
Of course, it wasn't that bad for you. You enjoyed the darkness. You was molded.
Wow. I was molded by it.
mine was bad. I was like, yo, I can't move. What the fuck is going on? Blah blah. Like shit was crazy, and I wasn't screaming, but like
Oh no, bro!
But you were
I
up,
screamed.
right?
I
yeah, I
yelled for
was
my
up.
wife.
Like my eyes were wide open.
Dude,
I couldn't talk.
I
I
have a
couldn't talk
story about that.
when
That's
it,
so
when it happened to
crazy.
me.
What I do is I'll be like,
Yo, the same thing happens to
bro.
me.
That's how I sound trying to get out of
I
it.
swear to God, one time that happened to
While
me,
a
bro.
tear ran down your eye.
One
No,
time
bro,
that
I
happened
was
to me.
so mad because it happened to me 3 times in a row,
Yo,
and I was
No.
fucking pissed. Yeah, in a row in one night, bro. I was so
Triple
fucking
threat?
pissed. I was
That-
like, "Fuck you, you fucking demon ass motherfucker!" Because I'm not really religious, you understand? But at
right.
this point, I wanted to fucking sleep. I was so
Yeah,
tired. You understand? And every fucking time I close my eyes, I got fucking Oogie Boogie Man in the corner there waiting for me to fucking sleep and shit.
But that's when
I
he
don't got
gets you.
time for
That's when
that.
he
I
gets
don't
you
think I
when you're the
could- I don't think-
sleepiest.
I think after that I couldn't go back to sleep. I stood up.
I went right back to bed, bro. I was too tired.
Dude,
I, was
that-
like,
Another-
that's just
I
so
woke
scary.
up. I woke up. I was like, oh, so this is sleep paralysis. And then I got out of it, and I was like, all right, time to go back to bed.
I wish it was that easy. Continue.
A lighthearted, well, actual dream that happened recently. I think I told because it involved fat, so I told him about it. It was like some wrestling shit, right? Like I was he was signed with WWE, I was signed with the other company, AEW, and we both like had like our groups, like DX and NWO or whatever. And then like at WrestleMania basically we fought each other.
Hey.
And like yeah, we had the belts and shit. That was
But
that
who
was
won?
the dream. So since it's two different companies, like they had WrestleMania is WWE, and then my company had our own kind of like WrestleMania. So he won his, of course, and then I won mine. So it was even.
Oh, I thought you guys fought each other.
Yeah, we fought each other.
For those who
okay.
don't know, me and Chris are the 2-time tag team Smash Bros. Champions.
Shut
Two
the
times.
fuck up.
Back to back.
There is
Back to
there is
back.
one thing I do want to mention about dreams. Well, a couple of
Yeah.
things, but one thing that's real prevalent. You know what I fucking hate? you know when you in there and you got a fucking A1 model in your dream,
Oh
right?
my
I wasn't gonna bring
And
up dumb dreams.
she
Oh
finna
my
so
god.
be like she's so bad, bro, and you just there thinking to yourself, you're like, damn, I'm about to clap these cheeks,
And then
and
you
then
wake
you
up.
wake up,
Yo,
man,
the worst. The worst.
the worst, bro. One
Yeah.
time in my dream, I'm unzipping my pants, I'm like zoop, putting them down and stuff.
Yeah, I know we was
Shorty's
going
looking at
there.
me, bro, and then I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, you about to get this schlong. And then right in the dream, all I hear is my
Whoa.
phone. Bro, I literally started crying. I'm like, no. And then I closed my eyes. I'm like, if I close my eyes, maybe I could reach her again.
Yeah, it goes
No.
away. It never, yo, it never comes back, yo. Never.
Imagine, imagine
Every
it does
other
come back,
dream,
but it's an ugly bitch.
yo, every other dream, if you close your eyes, you can even go take a piss, and you come back, and it'll continue. At least for me, it'll continue. Even like if it's a whack
My
dream,
man puts pause
Bro,
it. He
bro.
pauses his dream.
those
Hold
He
on,
got
hold
fast
on.
forward and
Let me
pause.
talk
those
real quick.
dreams with the girls, them shits never continue, bro.
Let me talk real quick. You know what? You know what's probably the reason why I don't have no more dreams, bro? Because when I was little, bro, when I was like super little, super like young baby Keeve, bro, I used to dream that I was taking a piss and I would pee on myself
Oh, that's the worst
when I
too,
was a
man.
baby, bro. That's
Nah,
probably
that
what.
is the worst.
One
That
that
shit.
happened to me maybe a few months ago. I was
What?
fucking hold up.
My
I was
man, a
drinking beers.
grown man.
I was drinking beers. I was drinking. And I was having a good night or whatever. And then
Nah, when you drink
I
beers,
was
they run
being
through you.
I was being lazy to go to bed. Like I was being lazy before going to bed to use the bathroom. I was just so tired. I was just like, you're already in the mood. I'm like, fuck, it's bedtime. So it's like 2, 3 in the morning. I go to sleep, and in my dream, I go to the bathroom. I start peeing or whatever. But then I realize I'm like, oh shit, I'm peeing in my dream. So I get up. I fucking throw myself off the bed like Spider Man and touching the bed to see if I fucking pissed all over the place. And then I went to the bathroom and just fucking roped the piss.
That's happened to me before.
Yeah, me too.
Yo, at what age? 30?
Yeah,
Y'all wildin'.
recently,
Nah,
bro.
I was
Be,
that.
be,
Nah, that don't happen to me
Bro,
no
Bro,
if
more.
that is
that
not
be,
happening.
Only when
before
I'm young.
before I moved out, before I moved
Only
out
when I
my
was
mom's
younger.
crib, definitely.
I
What?
never peed myself, but you get that sensation like, yo, I gotta
Like
fucking pee.
yeah, like you're right
Yeah.
about your pee.
Or how about,
Oh.
because this is a explicit podcast, and I like to be real. When I ain't real, I ain't
Mhm.
me.
Got it.
Um, I remember when I was like maybe like 12 or 13, I had my first wet one, bro.
Oh,
I
come
looked,
on.
Oh,
yo,
nah,
Of
nah.
I was
course.
soaked.
Nah.
Hold up,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
I was
No, no,
soaked.
no, I don't mind
Yo,
talking about
fuck,
this.
fuck the ladies and gentlemen shit. Look, I was soaked, right? My fucking underwears was sting. I was shitting myself because first off, it felt good as fuck. You understand? You're like,
Uh-huh.
right? But then you wake up and you're like, oh shit, this really fucking happened. You
Yeah.
understand?
Dude, what
So you don't know
the?
what to do. So I didn't want to be embarrassed. I didn't want to tell my mom. So I just took the underwears, I tied them up, and I just threw them in the garbage, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, this will be forever my secret. No one will ever, you know.
Well, she know
It's
Nah,
going
that
now.
shit
to
She
the
happens.
know
grave.
now.
No, but the thing though is
Going to
like
the grave with you.
I've probably had like a good 10 of them in my lifetime. You understand? And then I have a friend he's Muslim or whatever, telling me he was like, oh, if you have a wet dream or whatnot, you go to hell. And I'm like, well, fuck that, fuck heaven
That's
now,
because
right?
that's their religion.
No,
Yeah.
I get it. You understand? But again, so that was me.
I don't know if it's a good or
That's
bad thing that I never had one.
I've
what?
had.
What?
Well, you dream in black,
I've
so
never had that.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
You
that's
My
know.
probably why.
dream. Yeah,
My
so
dream is darkness.
Dog, I was molded by it.
No, man, that was awesome, guys, as always. But I have another question for you guys. What movie would you say, or game, or even a show, best describes your life? Because for me, boy, oh boy, my house, my life is literally Game of Thrones. We're all
The
fighting to
fuck?
see. We're all fighting to see who's gonna be the leader of the house. So the
King of
other
the North.
day, my 4-year-old daughter comes to me and she says, "Hey, Dad, why do I gotta respect you?" I'm like, 'cause
Why?
yeah, 4 years old. 4 years old. She's hella blunt. She will tell you, like, she met Chris before and she came home and said, "Dad, your friend's a cat because he has long nails." I'm like, what? I'm like,
This
what?
Wow.
is really Blown Claw. Great.
But yeah, back to what she said. She says, "Why do I gotta respect you?" Because I'm like, I'm your dad, you know. But I gave her the nod, like I'm your dad, you know. Like you gotta respect me. And she's like, "Nah, I don't think so." I'm like, "What? You don't think so? What are you talking about?" And then at that moment, I like, yo, she's planning to overthrow me right now. Like I feel like Joffrey. I feel like she's gonna overthrow me, bro.
You know what it
So
is,
like that
bro?
whole time,
You know what
yeah.
it is? It's the Saldana, bro. Because Bro's kids are doing the same thing. They plan against him, bro.
It's in the
I
last
remember
name.
this one time my mom tells me that they were in a cab together, him and his daughters or whatnot, and one of them told him, "Shut the fuck up, fat bitch."
Yeah, that
And I
was the
thought that shit was
4-year-old.
Nah,
hilarious.
That was the 4-year-old. Exactly.
nah, bro.
Yeah, 100%. And you know what? Right
Nah.
now, man, I'm in Castle Black. I'm a bastard. I'm a bastard. But
For
yeah,
the
guys,
wall?
for the wall, for the watch. I do it for the
Oh, for the
watch.
watch. Yeah.
For the watch. But guys, yeah, I want to know maybe what's
Not for
something
nothing,
that
Game of Thrones is a fucked up movie life to have because there's a lot of fucked up shit that happens there.
hey, fucked up shit happens all the time. But
You're not wrong about that.
what can y'all compare to y'all lives? Dottie?
I mean, this kind of goes into another episode that we had spoke of from
Mhm.
before previous, where
Mhm.
what kind of genre it is, and I did say my life is like the Equalizer.
Hmm.
Right.
Yes. Give me
If
more.
if I honestly, if I had to say like if like my overall life, how it plays out, it's really hard to put it because um I have the Friends moment, like the show Friends.
Mhm.
There's moments of The Office in my life where people just saying funny, corny, stupid shit that I
Bro.
find legit funny. You understand? Um, a few weeks ago, we was actually having a meeting, us on the Fair Shake cast, and Fats drops a picture of himself as a baby, and I just thought the shit was the fucking funniest thing because it's like the what they call the filters,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't stop. Like I legitimately found that funny. You understand? Um, it's really hard for me to say like pinpoint what's my life like because it's a mosh pit of a lot of things.
Hmm.
You know, sometimes matter of fact, I could say it this way: if I go to the movies, right, I kind of morph into that in a sense.
Hmm.
So one time I had the first times I seen the Fast and the Furious films, right?
We're
I was
family.
I was maybe like 12, 13. I got out. My uncle's like, "Okay, we're gonna go home now." I was like, "Yo, Theo, can I drive the car?" He's like, "Shut your fucking ass up," you know. And I'm like, "But we family though, you know." And he's like, "I don't give a fuck. You ain't driving my shit." And as a child, like there's times now where I watch movies and I'm like, damn, yo, I feel like I could do this shit. Like I was watching Pearl Harbor one time, and because of that film, I wanted to join the army just to be like, oh, I'm gonna kill these fucking commie bastards, you know? Or if I watch a fighting movie, I'm halfway out the movie theater, I'm just like fucking doing karate shit to either my wife or my friends or stuff. You understand? um, Aside from running to the bathroom to take a fucking leak, you know? Um, if I had to put a film to my life, this is drastic, like really drastic and throwing it out there. It would have to be like Joker. And it's
Mm.
because I relate to the film so much you know,
You're a fucking
on a
psycho?
not that I'm a psycho or anarchist or any of that, but it's
Right.
just like the film talks a lot about mental health, like mental, like just your mental in general.
Right.
And for me, that I'm able to relate to that, like, speaking to a therapist and be like, isn't that your job? Is supposed to listen to me?
Hmm.
Like, isn't we're supposed to help one another? I never went through that specifically, but I know the feeling of being like, oh shit, you understand? Um, but that's about it. I can't really talk like me saying my life is a fucking movie or anything like that. It's really hard to pinpoint what is my overall film of life or
Hmm.
however you want to say it.
But you say your life most compares to Joker in a
Yeah,
way,
most
but not
compares to
exactly.
possibly Joker. Yeah.
Okay.
Not as drastically, obviously.
Not
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Not as
Yeah.
drastically.
Okay.
Like I'm not out here
Don't
fucking
start
painting
painting
my
your
face
face.
and shit,
Okay.
and just laughing at people. I'm not doing any of that bullshit. You understand?
Got
But
you.
at the same time, like if you sit down to see things around you and you be like, oh shit, like damn, you know, I'm not gonna be here fucking Russell Crowe in Gladiator or A Beautiful Mind type shit, like fucking doing math off the window pane and shit. But again, that's just how I am. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna actually pass this one off to Chris because I want to know how his life would be.
You said it could. Can it be a TV show?
Yeah, TV
Yeah.
show, game, or movie.
So I'm. I feel like mine's is most relatable to. I don't know if you guys ever seen How I Met Your Mother, that show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Cause I'm like the main character, the single guy. Well, out of all these guys here, I'm the single one or whatever, blah blah. But like my life is basically just like his. He works, chills with his friends, and that's pretty much it. Like here and there, he'll have a little date or whatever. Maybe he thinks it's the one, and it's really not. But that's what I think my life is like.
so right now you
That's a
narrate.
good
So
comparison.
right now, this is probably one to be the most weirdest fucking episodes because we're either stuck 10 levels down in fucking Kulo's
Limbo.
dream, right?
Or
Or we're being narrated by Killer's How I Met Your Mother. So,
yourself.
you know, when I was in my early 30s, I was with my friends and we decided to do a podcast. And right after the cast, the China came to deliver my food, and I was like, that's gonna be your mom.
Imagine.
And her name was Rona. For the Corona.
Wow.
Yo, too soon, Chris. Too soon. Yo,
Wash your hands.
Kev, how about you, brother?
Uh, to be honest with you, I feel like my life is a cross between The Office, right,
Mm.
and Prison Break, because I'm always trying to find a way to get the fuck out of work.
Jesus Christ. My man got a whole map on his fucking back.
Yeah, I got a map on my back. Nah,
I'm getting out this motherfucker
nah,
today.
it's more closely related to like The Office because I work in retail.
Selling
I'm
papers?
I'm not in Dunder Mifflin. But I'm one of the managers, and you know, I like to have a good time at work. I always crack jokes with my associates and stuff like that. I feel like having fun at work just makes your day fly. It goes by faster. And some of my associates don't take me seriously until I have to, like, you know, show them that I'm their manager, and you know,
You gotta crack the whip sometimes.
yeah, I gotta crack the whip sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much how I would say my life is.
That's
And
a
I'm
good
real,
one.
and
How
I'm
about
real,
you,
like,
Fat?
I'm real sarcastic as well, like Michael Scott.
um, I got two different movies. Well, yeah, two different movies. One is a work movie and one is a home movie. Um, when I'm working, my life is the Avengers.
Okay.
Like it,
Exciting.
and it would have to be Endgame. So, you know, as y'all know, if y'all didn't know, I'm a dean in the middle school charter school. So it's like most of the problems get put on my team. So it's like we're the ones out there trying to solve shit and trying to handle shit and put shit in order, right?
Right.
That's why I say it would be Avengers Endgame. Now, when I'm home, you guys ever seen that movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yeah.
That's
Brad
my
Pitt.
home.
Brad Pitt. Angelina.
Brad Pitt, yep. That's my home movie.
So you just shooting shotguns at each other through walls?
I only say that because I think the both my personality and my fiance's personality is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I'm home, it's like I feel like it's a movie and it's an action movie and we go on adventures and It's just, going back and forth. Even when we fight, we make up like they did in the movie, and everything is a mess. And it's in the movie. That's how I feel.
No, that's
Don't ever,
nice.
for no reason, do anything to anyone for any reason ever, no matter what, no matter where or who you are with, or where you are going, or where you've been ever for any reason whatsoever.
What the
What?
fuck? What the fuck you just hit us with?
He threw us off.
100
This,
points for Gryffindor in the comments if you get that from where's that at, okay?
that's from is really Joker.
Oh.
But
Oh.
with that being said, guys, Fat with what you just spoke about the Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I really want to stay on that topic of what you was hitting at. I want to know, guys, how did y'all meet y'all significant other? Or the person you with, the person you spending the rest of your life with.
Well, I guess I'm out of this conversation.
Wait, technically you're still telling your story, you narrating, so come on.
Yeah, the China. But yeah, like Fat, if you would like to just continue on that.
Yeah.
How did you meet?
All right.
Because you guys are getting engaged. I mean, you guys are getting married. So
yeah, we're getting married.
yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
So
Congrats.
thank you. Me and my fiance been together 9 years. 9 years strong. It's actually funny. She went to school in Stevenson,
Mm-hmm.
so she has acquaintances of my cousins. So she
Right.
knows she knows people who knows Kev's brother, who knows Kev, who knows all my cousins on that side, and T and everybody. She knows people who were siblings of my brother's ex. She knows people who were siblings to my other brother's ex girlfriend, baby father.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's like no matter where you put it was like we were kind of destined to meet, because when we start talking about certain things, it's like, oh shit, I was there at that time, or I know this person, or I know this person that knows this person, and shit like that. So she knew this girl in high school, and it turns out to be the cousin of one of my cousins. So my cousin tried to talk to her. I don't know if y'all remember AIM, psychic days.
Right.
So he tried to talk to her, but she blew him off mad quick. She was like, you too old for me.
Got you.
So one day he put me on, and he told me, yo, I got this girl, she's this age, she's about your age, whatever, she's single, cute, you should talk to her, see what's up. So one day, he gave her my username or whatever, and I was supposed to hit her up. She hit me up first, because she thought I was scared to hit her up, but I really wasn't scared.
Mm.
Because she's the beast.
So exactly.
Before he called her, he had a hot dog with mayonnaise.
dipped inside the jar and then pulled it out.
Bro, it's not dip. The fuck?
Oh, I thought you just take the hot dog and you dip it in the mayo. I don't know.
Who does that? No.
That's why you made it sound.
No, I take the mayo, I put it on the bread, and put the mayo and the ketchup. See.
Got you. But we're talking about your significant other. Go ahead.
All right, so we started talking. Whatever we would talk day, night. I was in college at the time, so on my breaks I'd be talking to her. Get home talking to her. 3:00 in the morning I'd be talking to her. So we didn't see face to face, for a while. So, around Christmas there was a little issue, like between us or whatever. It was, a whole interest issue or whatever, and it had got me down, because it was like this would have been the end of it, and
if I had one wish.
Everybody in this chat has dedicated that song to somebody.
Oh yeah. So
I'm not that old.
Oh.
My fault, Benjamin Button.
Yo.
Every week.
Every week, bro.
Okay, so I decided, it was either I had a choice whether to let her go or make it work. So I decided to make it work, and we finally met 2 days after Chris. No, one day after Christmas. I went to her house, and she she escaped basically. Like she went somewhere and left me in her house stuff, and my cousin, which was dating, and I was just there waiting for her for hours. Then when she finally showed up, all I get was a hello, and she kept walking. That's it. So, you know, liking somebody and then finally meeting them for the first time, you hear something like that, your heart drops. Like, are you fucking joking?
Mhm.
Like, and mind you, when I met her, there was a snowstorm going on.
Whoa.
So it's not like I canceled or, I went all out, just to make sure that this shit happened.
Right. Because y'all have
Um,
been speaking for a long time.
yeah, for a while.
Right.
Um, then after that, we kept talking. I surprised her by meeting her. I went to her house on New Year's
Mm-hmm.
and met her whole family.
I thought you went in the snowstorm. I was like, that's dedication.
I did.
Oh,
Be-
Oh,
That's what I said. It was a snowstorm that day, and I went to go see her.
that's true
Man,
love.
yo.
And then that's why I said it made my heart drop when she just walked in and just said hello, and then nothing else. So then I met her whole family New Year's. And we kept talking after that. And then her birthday comes around. And for her birthday, I go buy her big ass teddy bear with a big ass card. And, I wrote her a song. I wrote her a song while I was in college.
Does it go?
And, huh?
Nah, I'm joking.
We gotta hear a little. Give
Nah,
us a
nah, nah,
snippet.
nah.
storm that
Nah, you don't have to
pushed
do
me
that.
Give us a
through the
snippet.
snow,
Give
Nah,
us
and
a
nah.
I
snippet.
walked through the snow.
That's for her.
I,
That was
I,
only for her
Snow,
ears.
hey,
yeah. I mean, I gotta find
hello.
I gotta find the file again, but
Nah,
I
you're good.
made it for her, recorded it and everything.
Chris was in the
Uh,
background playing with bongos and sunglasses.
He-
The fedora.
And a fedora, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beast.
I present the beast.
so, um, so yeah. Then after that comes Valentine's Day, and I go over to her house. Her mom makes a dinner for us, and it turns out, so it happens that she decides, okay, let's make this official on Valentine's Day. And since then, we haven't looked back. Um, 2 years ago, I proposed to her during my grandmother's 70th birthday in front of my whole family.
Nice.
And, we moved in not so long ago and we'll be getting married in September.
How many years strong?
9.
9.
Nice.
Let's give him one time for the one time. She gave him the fish shake.
She gave him the fair shake. Ladies and gentlemen, you never know where love can come from. It can come from AIM. It could come from Snapchat. Open up those DMs because there's a possibility you might find your happily ever after. But,
Right.
Pro, let us know. Let us know.
So, how much could woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck quit your nah, fucking around. But all seriousness, so my wife, I known her since second grade, but we've been together now going back from 2004. But when we was little, there was an after school program called Ames, and basically they helped you like do homework and all that other stuff. And I remember seeing her, and she was sitting by herself. And after we do homework, we had the chance to like play games or whatnot. And she was playing she was sitting down by herself, and I noticed that there was a checkerboard next to her. So I was like, "Oh, you want to play checkers?" She goes, "Yeah." Um, Game one with my ass, game two with my ass, game three with my ass. And at the time when you was a kid, boys never lost to girls in anything, but I was getting my ass beat. So by nature, I give it to her. Um, by coincidence, I give it to her that she made me competitive by nature. You understand?
Mm,
So I owe that to her.
right.
During junior high,
For
during high
whipping your
school,
ass.
yeah, basically. From elementary to junior high school, we would always see each other after class, like in the after school program. But I never really liked her. I was just thought, she was a skinny girl that I had no interest in.
Right.
Um, into junior high school, uh, I would see her on and off, but we was never in the same class, nothing. And from time to time, I would see her in the lunchroom, but I would always just say hi. It would always be like a flirty type of hi. But again, I wasn't interested in her. Now she always told me that she always had a crush on me, and
Mm,
it was just one of those things like she wanted to be with me, but I didn't want to be with her because I didn't see her that way. And in high school,
Because she
um,
beat you.
yeah, literally,
imagine that's the reason.
I'm mad.
I'm still
But in
angry about that.
high school, it so happened that we went to the same high school without knowing we went to the same high school, and the first year we wasn't together freshman year, but we would just like talk on and off, like hang out during lunch or walk from the school down to the corner, and then we would split our ways. And she hated the fact that I was like super popular. A lot of girls wanted to be with me, as it might sound cocky or whatnot, but I was
Papi shampoo.
devilish. I was the devilish handsome guy, and everyone knew me.
Still are.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Catch me on the late night specials of Bullshit
Yo,
Podcast. But all jokes aside,
seductive podcast.
um, I remember she that sophomore year, freshman sophomore year, however that works, bullshit. I was dating a few girls, but no
A
one like
few at the same time?
yeah, I was a
Imagine.
rat bastard.
Yo, this guy.
But I remember into sophomore year there was this big titty Dominican girl, right?
Yo.
And I
Okay.
was just like, God damn. But one thing about Dominicans, I'm half Dominican, so I'm allowed to say this.
Right.
Some of you fucking women, they never shut up. So all I would ever hear her is always talking. So she used to annoy the shit out of me. So one day I asked my wife now, then I asked her for her number, and she was like, "Yeah." So we started talking, and I would talk with my wife now through the phone while still dating the other girl.
Mm.
And basically I had my wife was a side piece first, and the other girl I really didn't care about. So she came out. My wife one day told me, "Oh, who do you like more?" And I'm like, I don't know. She goes, "I think you like me more because if you like the some shit like if you like the first one, but you like the second one, you don't really like the first one because you have a second option or whatnot." And I'm
Mm.
like, "Damn, you just hit me with some shit." She ends up coming over to the house, uh, and this was 10/16/04. That day, I had asked her to be my girlfriend. She said yeah, and then you go through high school shit on and off, on and off. Um, into my junior year, I had my first son, and that's it. I ended up asking her to marry me when I was 21 or 22 because I felt like I didn't want a broken home, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I was just broken, but you know, for most people then, like, that it was either you didn't have a father figure in your life, and I didn't want that for my son. And I felt like she was the one for me, so I asked her to marry me. We got married. We went to the courthouse. We did it that way, and then we had like a small thing because we didn't want to, spend a lot of the money because when we first got our first apartment, it was just like really small.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's my love story with
Beautiful.
my thing. It's
Beautiful.
not beautiful. It's kind of ass, but I'm not into
It's
this
beautiful
homo.
because how it ended, how that whole thing, in the sense how you got to where you are today. I think it is. Uh, Kev, how about you, brother? You want to step into the
Um,
realm of how you met your significant other?
I've been with my girl for 3 going on 4 years now.
Right.
So I've known her for the majority of my life because she's actually related to
She's
Fats.
my cousin.
Mm.
So I've always been, I've always been in Fat's house or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
even since I was little. So I've always knew who she was. We was always friends or whatever the case may be. As
Right.
we started to get older, we started to start to have feelings for each other. But I was a shy little bitch, so I never said anything
He
to her.
was he was listening to Justin Bieber, this young ass.
Uh,
Baby,
Yo, what
baby,
the
baby.
fuck?
Oh.
you could say that now. So yeah, I was always
You,
shy, so I never was like really out there like that.
so you
So
were never the aggressor. That's what you're
nah,
saying.
never.
You didn't go for
Until I
it.
got older, obviously.
Got you.
Um, but yeah, I've always always liked her, whatever the case may be. She's always liked me. Um, as we got older, it started like we talked here and there, whatever the case may be, as friends. And then one day, um, it was like New Year's Eve, and I got fucked up, like super fucked up, like the most I've ever been drunk in my life. And I ended up making out with somebody that she knew. So
Oh.
when it got back to her, she was pretty like upset about it. And then I didn't know because I was always under the impression like, oh, she's cool, but she's not really interested or whatever the case may be. So when it got back to her, I found out that she was upset. So I was like, oh, like I fucked up. So so I fucked up, whatever the case may be. Then a couple months later it was her birthday, and she invited me to her birthday. I was like, I don't know, because like like I know that you're still mad at me or whatever the case may be. So I'm not really too sure if I'm gonna like pull up because I don't want no like bad energy like between us.
Mm-hmm. Bad
So
vibes. Yeah.
yeah, bad vibes. I don't know, no bad vibes over here.
Right.
Um,
Got you.
so I was like, you know what? I'll go or whatever the case may be. I was single at the time, I always had feelings for her. So I go before the party, go get a good fit, get some good feeds, whatever. I was going in with the mentality like I'm about to scoop. Like
Got you.
today is the day. So got to the party, it was her birthday, whatever, it's her birthday, mingled for a little bit, whatever the case may be. We clicked, um we went downstairs for some reason. It was also snowing. I don't know what
Yeah,
correlation that
snow.
it was also snowing
It
that
brings
day.
people together.
So, before we went upstairs, I told her like, like how I really felt about her, and like we was going upstairs, we was about to go into the house. I was like I really like wanted to kiss her or whatever. I was like, listen, like you're not going inside until like we kiss or whatever. And then
Got you.
so I got the kiss. And then ever since then, I just been with her. I never really asked her to go out, so who knows if we still together.
Imagine.
I never asked her. I never officially
We're
asked
not
her out.
together, Kaz.
So yeah, the verdict is up on that. I don't know. I don't know if we're really together.
Is she even with you right now?
Yeah. Nah, but that's honestly like the love of my life, and that's
Oh
my
man,
best friend, and I hope to have many many more years with her.
that's beautiful, man. Yo, you guys are making me cry. Yo, Chris, how have you met your significant other?
Snowstorms. Number
Take
one on the
take
list.
take your notes, Chris. You need the snow.
Number two
You
is
need the good
you
fit.
gotta know them for a long time.
The very first time when I saw your brown
Oh,
eyes.
yo,
Yo, karaoke, not your fair shake. Oh man, so
let's hear yours, Leap, because
that does leave me, man. I don't know. I feel like mine's just like a very normal, but yet absolutely not normal at the same time. So the way we met, not how we got together yet. The way we met was, she actually played handball, and I played handball. and we were actually really good, right? So we ended up meeting at 45 Field, which is a field that all you guys know, and pretty sure some of the viewer or listeners know as well. And all I know is I was on the court, and I'm just busting ass, like I'm just hitting the shot here, hitting the shot there, and she calls next, right? So she calls next. I'm like, all right, man, I'm about to get an easy dub. Like I'm not worried about anything. And she smokes me, right? But she smokes me because I'm fat, so she just kept making me run, right? So after the game, she's like, "Oh, good game, whatever," and we talk a little bit, and we figure out that same day, like our birthdays are 10 days apart. She's like, because I remember, it must have been like August 9th or something like that when we met. And I just remember we were saying like, she was saying, I was telling her, are you going to be here next weekend? Right? Because I'm coming next weekend. And she's like, oh, no, I'm not going to come next week because next week's my birthday. I was like, oh, really? Because my birthday is like in 2 weeks. She's like, when's your birthday? We exchange birthdays. Mine's the 24th. She's the 14th. And we actually meet up again on my birthday to play handball again. Played handball, and then after that we never seen each other again, like for 2-3 years. 2-3 years later, a thing called Facebook is real. Like
My man made it sound like this is a thing of the past now.
it is. It was like when we met, and then Facebook isn't the same as when I was using it, I'm guessing. I get a message on Facebook from Nana something, like, you know how girls back in the day were like putting fake names or use like a acronym that they use, whatever. And I'm like, who's this? And she's like, oh, hey, how you doing? It's me from the field. Craziest thing, her birthday was like in 2 days. She invites me to her birthday party. We just kick it instantly. And then I remember we had to go, and I forgot what it was. I think her family wanted to make sandwiches or some shit, some crazy thing, because they were making like because it was prepping for her birthday, so they were making like those really long sandwiches. We had to go get cold cuts together, bro. We went out and got like, and I don't even know how I had money at this point, because I was probably like 19. I didn't know what the hell I was doing in life, so all I know is I bought like had been like $25 in cold cuts, bro. And ever since then, we've been together. Like, again, it's just so crazy how you meet these people in your life that you see them, and you might not think at all like this person's gonna be with you. Like this, you have no intention. Like how Pro said with his wife, like they knew each other for since second grade. Like you never know who the heck you're gonna be with or end up with, and that's like the most beautiful thing about love. So personally, that's how I met my wife, and now we have
Hold
three
on,
beautiful kids.
because I'm writing this down. So you said so it's snowstorms number one.
Yes,
it needs to be
100%.
snowing. It needs to be snowing.
Okay. Number two, birthdays. That's important.
Yes,
Yes.
100%. Got to. The birthdays are a thing. 100%.
Number three, known for a long time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you gotta know them. Gotta know them
I've been
beforehand.
doing it wrong my whole life.
Oh, Chris, one day we will have to revisit this topic.
To infinity.
One day, we're gonna have to have the talk.
We're gonna have to have the we're gonna have to intervention you on how to get a significant other. But yes, guys, we're back again with another Chris's Fast Five. Chris, please take it away.
Are you shitting me?
Oh, I'm not.
Chris's
Question.
Fast Five.
Question number one. What's the best Wi-Fi name you've ever seen?
Get your own. Obviously, that was pros.
Mine was get your own shit.
Yeah, get your own shit. There you go.
Anybody else?
Damn, I think I saw one. It was like some about balls or some shit. Yeah.
I brought up this question 'cause I got a little story. I had a friend who there was like a Wi-Fi named the Diaz family or something, and he changed his to fuck the Diaz family, and they kept going back and forth. They changed theirs to no fuck you, and he's like, wait, no, fuck you. Like it was fucking hilarious when he told me that shit. Fat, you got one?
That.
Mine, I hate when dudes put their Wi-Fi like, oh, Miguel #1 all time, and then he start putting the rep in they set. I fucking hate that.
This
shit.
Miguel from 2A. Fuck you.
All right. If you had to be on a reality TV show, which one would you choose?
Easy. The Office.
Is that
not
reality?
reality.
It's
No.
not reality.
Oh, it's not reality. I'm bugging.
Imagine.
Nah, it counts. It counts in
kinda
that world.
counts.
No
Okay,
way.
all right,
nah.
I'll let it
It
rock.
shot
I'll
as
let
a
it
Kinda
rock.
counts, bro,
documentary,
because they're
so-
being
I'll let it
being
rock.
Me
recorded.
definitely making the band because I got inner Trey
Some
songs
vocals?
in me. 100%.
Copy.
It's only
Trey Songz?
Fair Shake Karaoke night.
Mine's
Be
would
here.
be Jersey Shore. So you want
Yeah, I
to
like
have
that one
some
too.
cannolis?
I
Si
like
son
that
aquí.
one too.
He would be considered the bitchuation.
Wow.
Says the man that could fucking live off $1 million.
100%. If you can't, you're doing it wrong. 100%.
That's
Mine, I would love to. Probably like the American Gladiator.
oh,
Oh,
it's a good one.
That's good.
All right. Who are your top 3 real life heroes?
Oof.
Mine's is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Number 2 is Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and then Eugene from The Walking Dead. 100%.
What?
I love Eugene. 100%. Eugene, bro. Eugene.
Real life heroes for
He's
me.
a survivor.
My mom, because she did it by herself for a while with us.
Oh my
wife,
god! Now
'cause
I changed mine. My mom
she's
is not.
very independent, hardworking. She gets shit done, and myself, I'm my own
Okay.
fucking hero.
Okay.
I like that. I'm also
Anybody
narcissistic.
else? Anybody else?
I would say my mom, my grandmother, and my fiance.
I would have to say Nike, Jordan, and then me.
Yeah. Oh man, that was beautiful. That was funny.
We're to number 4, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you rather? No, I'm sorry. Would you rather go to space or to the bottom of the ocean?
Oh man.
Well, space ain't it for me if I fucking hate UFOs and aliens. But I'll
Imagine.
go to the bottom of the ocean.
I don't know. Bottom of the ocean sounds like I can't get out of that. You know. But space, I feel like that if I drift long enough, I'll hit a Earth. Like I'll hit Earth. Like
You
I'll hit
hit
it.
a
My
Earth?
man, deep
Hey,
space
Earth.
is a real
100%.
thing. You're gonna be floating for
Earth?
fucking
No.
ever.
Listen,
planet.
100%. Me in space, drifting. Right? I'm hitting something, an asteroid, something, and then I will colonize that asteroid for myself. That's it. 100%.
Copy.
Go ahead.
Space for me. Space for me.
Okay.
I would have to be
And,
space.
last one. If you could learn any language, what would it be?
Konnichiwa, motherfucker.
Wow, that's crazy.
100%. Oh, shalaikum shalom. I'm fucking your mom.
Wow.
I think I like French, I like that dirty French sound. That I got the baguette and the cheese. You know, I
I'm
like
gonna
that.
suck your
So,
So you got French, Leap, I guess, is Japanese or Chinese.
Chinese. Konnichiwa, motherfucker.
Kev.
I'm trying to learn German.
Oh,
German,
and I want to learn Islam. No, not Islam. Arabic.
Fats.
Shalom.
Well, first I gotta learn fucking Spanish before I can learn any other fucking language.
I failed Spanish
That's
1, 2, and
No,
3.
but
I'm tired of Spanish people not knowing Spanish, bro.
do
100%.
do I have to have a language, or can I have like one of them English accents?
You could do, I guess, like England.
I
I
don't know,
guess.
one of them
Bloody
accents.
hell.
All right.
I got one more thing before my fast five. I
Wait,
just
wait.
wanna.
Can I fix my reality
No,
TV show
no
one?
going back. It's locked in.
Come on,
It's
come
locked
on.
in.
Go
One
ahead,
time, one
just throw
time.
it
Give me
out.
my
Just
fair
throw it
shake.
out.
Give me my fair
Ah,
shake.
my
I'm
God.
allowed
Give
a
him
fair
a
shake.
Go ahead.
All right. I would
The
change it to
Habituation.
remember back then on like Nickelodeon they had all those shows like The Hidden Temple and Double Dare
Oh
and all
yeah,
that shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
my favorite things was like when they announced the prizes, they would be like, "You get the motorcycle, you get the Panasonic VCR, you get the headphones from Sony, and you get the trip to Jamaica." And you're like, "Oh my god, I can win this stuff, mom! Take me
Isn't
there."
that the Price is Right?
What?
Let's go past the next question because my
No,
man is
there's
stuck
no
in
more.
a
We gotta
fucking
move
green
on.
No more
10, 15
questions. No more
steps
questions.
down.
I just wanna give a shout out to you guys as significant others for letting you guys be here every Friday. I know
Sir,
it's a
Big ask.
struggle. Yeah, it's a big ask
it's
because
a grueling process.
it's a lot of time that we spend here and stuff. But I appreciate them letting you guys, do this with me. So I don't know if you
Listen,
guys have anything you want to say to your significant others, but the floor is open.
wow.
Okay. I'm trying to be nice to you. Okay.
And number 4.
Oh my god.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have here today. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know, have a great night. Have a great morning. Get going because you know you got this. And ladies and gentlemen, goodbye.
And that's how I met your mother.